Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltamar and we will be continuing our Let's Play of Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. Where we left off last time, we had traveled north towards Baldur's Gate from the Friendly Arm Inn. We had met up with a priestess of Umberlee who asked us to get an elemental bowl back from some fishermen who had stolen it from her. We did so and she gave us some experience for that and promised us a reward in the future. We are now standing on the bridge into Baldur's Gate itself, and we will be entering the city momentarily. So we are going to make our way across this bridge. It is quite a large bridge. This part of the bridge here, until you complete the Cloak Woods, will be open or up, so that you can't actually cross the bridge. You can only go into Baldur's Gate after you complete the Cloak Woods. So once we get across the bridge here, we'll see what we're going to do inside the city. Looks like we have a Flaming Fist coming to talk to us. He says the entrance tax is 6 gold pieces for each party of travelers. Please announce your point of origin. I'm going to say Candlekeep. You'll have to wait here. My commander wishes to have a word with you. Well, that's not good. Maybe I should have lied.
Citizens, please step forward.
Scar says, first off, let me introduce myself. I am Scar, second in command of the Flaming Fist. Though it is not necessary for you to reveal your names, please answer me this. Are you the group that was involved in the fiasco at the Nashkel mines? I'm going to say yes, that was us. Well, I have to say you made quite the commotion up here in Baldur's Gate. I can't really put my finger on a single source, but there have been many strange happenings going on within the city. It's been getting harder and harder for me to put trust in someone. I need outsiders to do some investigations. People with no connections to anyone within the city. Would you be interested in working for me in such a capacity? If it pays well, sure. Alright then, what I'm about to tell you must be held in the strictest confidence. Do you understand? I need you to begin an investigation of the Seven Sons trading coster. The Seven Sons leadership has been acting strangely of late. They've been selling off valuable assets and neglecting many of their more profitable trading ventures. Considering the importance of that trading coster holds over the economy of the city, the Grand Dukes are noticeably upset. I've gone to talk to the coster's head, Jasso. He rudely rebuffed me, telling me to mind my own business. I've known Jasso for many years, and this isn't his usual behavior. I can't start up an official investigation, as there's no real reason for doing so. That's why I need you. We're ready to start. Tell us what we need to do and how much money you'll pay us to do it. I want you to break into the Seven Sons compound and find out what's wrong. Use stealth in your investigations. I don't want this operation to cause too much fuss. The most important person to watch for is Jasso. Once you've found out as much as possible, please report back to me at the Flaming Fist compound. I'll pay you 2,000 gold for this favor. That's a pretty good amount of money. The estate is located on the southwest side of town. I wish all of you the best of luck. Remember, once you're done at the Seven Sons estate, it's imperative that you meet me at the Flaming Fist barracks, which are just west of the Seven Sons. Alright, we will do that for Scar. It's worth a bunch of experience, so why not? Quail is an NPC you can pick up. I believe he is a mage cleric, if I'm not mistaken. Or not a mage cleric, cleric thief. Or an illusionist thief. Anyways, I can't remember exactly what he is, but he says, "Hey ho there, fellow travelers. You look to be wanderers of the adventuring sort. Tell me, what direction calls you?" "I am proceeding westward till dawn if plans stay unchanged." "It's the same for me. Surely this lends us a familial bond of sorts." "The smart move would be to travel as one, especially with the number of bandits in the area. You probably need the counterbalance of my intelligence as well." I'm going to say no, and don't call me Shirley, which is a reference to Leslie Nielsen in Airplane. Great movie, by the way. I should have guessed by your knuckle-dragging gait and minuscule nose you're a complete and utter moron, aren't you? He is a good character. He's also extremely annoying, I believe. I'm just going to quickly glance around this area. I don't remember a whole lot about this Baldur's Gate area, but I don't think there's anything... Oh, I might have lied horribly. Looks like there is something to do here. There's a man named Simeon here, who, as you may remember, is Dorn's former companion that abandoned him to his fate in Luskan. And I kind of talked over him, so I'm going to read out his thing. "I knew this day would come, Dorn. I'm grateful that you wasted time killing the others before reaching me. You will find me better prepared to face your revenge."
At least you know you deserve my revenge. The honor is pointed to you. would show them mercy. Will you also beg?
There is no need. Unlike the others, I know just what a blackguard I face. The diviners cost me a king's ransom, but they showed me the path you followed to gain your powers. Now I have followed it as well.
Knowing the source of my powers does you no good, brigand. Urgathos will feed upon your soul.
I have no idea who Urgathos is, to be honest.
Perhaps, but your demon is but one of many, and I am not without a patron of my own.
Oh, he's bound to a demon. Cool. This can't go well. I'm gonna move my party around a little bit before this hits the fan. Also, why am I using my good arrows? You're gonna go straight ahead. You're going back. You're going forward. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Ooh. Looks like we got a couple demons to face. So let's start out by... I'm going to take down the mage first, I believe. You can tell the mages because they always wear robes. Like all the time. And I'm going to try and hold person this group. Not that it will probably do much good, but... Mage is dead. Looks like... Oh, my group is tired. That's not exactly ideal for this fight, but... we'll see what we can do nonetheless. I'm going to cast haste on my main character because he needs it, and you're going to be archering that dude. Looks like Simeon is dead. And now we're going to face off against the thralls of Azothe. Azothet? Which is actually kind of a sweet name. It looks like the Flaming Fist Mercenary is helping us out too. Excellent. I'm going to continue to spell this guy to death. It looks like my haste spell didn't actually go off, which is kind of unfortunate. But that's okay, I guess we don't really need it. That guy is screaming like mad every time I hit him. Why are my spells not working? Oh, my guys are silenced. So when your characters are silenced, they can't actually cast spells. Alright. Dead. All of them are now dead. We'll loot their bodies, but I'm sure Dorn is going to have something to say here. Isn't he? Maybe not? Alright, fine, I'll go loot bodies then. Some elven chainmail, that's actually kind of awesome. Some plate mail, a bastard sword, a girdle, and a slew of spells. So I'm going to get Edwin to, or I guess that's Czar. I want to give them to Edwin ultimately first. Edwin gets the first pick of the spells because he gets to memorize more spells. I know both of them already have magic missile. Ooh, a domination spell. I'm actually going to save before learning the Globe of Invulnerability. It's a pretty useful spell and I don't want to lose that one. There we go. Let's see if Czar needs any of these, and then I'm going to take a nap with my group actually. He does not need any of those, alright. These are the Bracers of Death. I'm going to give these bracers to Edwin, because I think, yes, he's using 8, but it doesn't matter because his robes are actually better. So I'll sell those off. They're worth some money. We might as well get some gold from it. These spells we already know, so they're going to go in there. And we're going to quick save and rest really quickly. And then we're going to head into this.
Not of blood on the blade or the blood on your hands, but an ichor that runs as a torrent through the realms. A flood that pours across the fields and forests. An ocean that floats you to the world's edge and threatens to cascade off into the void. This blood seems a frightening thing, a massive force that sweeps away all resistance. As a whole, it is a monster and it cannot be stopped. Were it to be viewed from on high, it seemed to cover the entire world in its red-black embrace. You, however, do not have such a lofty perch. From within the deluge, you can see it does not move as one, but is filled with currents, eddies, and undertows. Pockets of calm afford breathing space, whilst violent whirlpools threaten to rend limb from limb. Ultimately, it seems undirected, mindless, and meandering. You may be caught within, but there are still options open, still choices to be made. The tide presses on, but you press back. Let the blood rage as it will. You are in control of what is yours, and that is all you can ask.
Is he not going to read the last part? A sudden and deliberate way puts an end to your course and to the dream. It seems that the... I lost it there, sorry. I'm just going to redo this really quickly. It doesn't look like he read out the last line there, so...
Through the realms, a flood that pours across the fields and forests, an ocean that floats you to the world's edge.
Ah, it's not important. Basically, the flood took exception to us enjoying the ride at the end. So maybe it does have some will of its own. And it looks like I gained a new ability, another horror spell, which I haven't actually used yet. Maybe I should. Alright, we're going to enter Baldur's Gate now. The first section you get to enter is the eastern section of Baldur's Gate. There are a lot of sections of Baldur's Gate. I think there's 8 or 9. It's going to take a little while to get through it all, to be honest with you guys. So, I guess first up is Elminster. Good day to thee, young one. What a marvelous happenstance that we should again cross paths, especially in such a grand city as this. Ah, I see by thine eyes that you've no time for my wry banter. 'Tis true, our meeting was no accident, though I do honestly take pleasure in seeing thee again. It is good to see you again. What brings you here? Oh, all the citizens of the Sword Coast eventually passed through Baldur's Gate, and I knew thou wouldst as well. Forgive my continued meddling, but I believe it is warranted, especially considering the pressures thou art no doubt confronting. My pestering of thee certainly pales in comparison to the influence thou hast felt from others, including thine own self. Gorion raised thee as best he could, but 'tis hard indeed to overcome what is bred in bone. Much more so in this case, I would imagine. So what is it you wish, what do you know of Gorion? He was long my friend, and we talked often, though less after he settled down with thee. He was quite the traveller in his day, though he never regretted his new role as foster father. He felt a stable childhood would better prepare thee for, well, the problems that would eventually come. He cared deeply for thee. I hope this was not lost on you. I'm going to say, he was a good man, though I would prefer to walk my own path. I was not suggesting that thou should do otherwise. Whatever the motives, independence is always a wise course to follow. My worry is that thy lineage is harder to escape than most. Thou hast bad blood in thee, though Gorion did what he could to teach thee well and true. Thou hast hungry blood within thee as well, and it will not let thee go without a fight. For better or worse, what is bred in the bone will be dealt with in time. I trust thou hast the will to face what is within thee. I'm going to say, I will conquer all, whether from within or afar. An attitude that will suffice, I suppose, striving to be free or refusing to be dominated, 6 of one or half a dozen of the other. The difference is unimportant for now, though sometime in the future such brash traits may prove to be a weakness. We shall see. For now I offer basic advice and a few names. Scar of the Flaming Fist is a good man and well worth trusting. His superior, Duke Elton, is also a good sword. Both are to be believed when they speak. I take my leave and wish thee well. So we met up with Elminster again. I really think he could give more than advice to help us, but I guess that we'll have to deal with that as it comes. So we're going to go into Lucky Aleo's discount store first. One thing you might want to note about buying anything in the store is that most of his items are cursed. He says, "Hi folks, welcome to the Lucky Aleo's, where the prices are so low there's got to be something wrong," which is just true actually. Nobody sells it lower than me because nobody buys it cheaper. If you can find a price lower than mine this side of Kalmashan, the item will probably kill you. What can I get for you? We're going to have a quick look. Most of the stuff here is cursed. I think all of the scrolls are cursed. And I'm pretty sure... Maybe some of those are actually okay. I think that's a cursed two-handed sword. But I kind of want to see what it is. Maybe we'll come back and check it out later. Also, we picked up Elven Chain, and Elven Chain's actually quite good. Let's give it to her. Let's see if it's any better. No, it's not. Elven Chain is great for Mage Thieves. I believe that you can cast spells. Yes, so you can wear this with a thief and a fighter mage without restriction. It also works for mage thieves. You can continue to cast spells while wearing it. It does lower your thief skills though, so just a heads up on that one. I'm not going to buy anything from his shop just because I don't feel like getting cursed. I don't have a remove curse spell yet. We're going to make our way over here. Just wandering around, sort of taking stock. There's a tavern there, we will go in. Oh, Dorn finally wants to talk.
His patron broken. Urgathar's feasts on the souls of my betrayers. My revenge is complete.
What will you do now? Your quest is over.
I know little more than that Urgathar's demands for blood. An easy price for me to pay while pursuing my endeavor. Your path has been even bloodier. Perhaps I should continue to follow it on your side. Yes, even as I say so, I sense Urgathar's orders. Will you keep me by your side?
I will say, I would be glad to have you battle alongside me.
Let us leave this place. I have much to consider about our future.
That was slightly delayed, obviously, but oh well. I'm just looking for one person really quickly here, which I thought would have talked to us by now, actually. Maybe he's down this way more. Ah, there he is. Nikolas.
Yeah, stop a moment.
He says,
Got a word
"Here,
you need to hear.
here, stop a moment. I got a word or two you need to hear." Ah, you're a fine group of mercenaries, aren't you? Leastwise, that's the word on the street. That you do the odd job here and there. I've a boss who'd like to have a word with you if you can spare the time. He don't ask for free though, and here be 50 gold just to hear him out. 50 gold just to listen? A fair deal. Lead on. Wise choice of action. Now just follow me and I'll show you the way to the guild. If you're asked the password, it's Fafird. When you're in the guild, look for the man named Alatos Ravenscar Thwoibold. Alright. We'll go to the guild shortly. Or maybe we'll do it right now. There's 3 different ways into the guild. You can go in through that door. Oops, I didn't mean to go down to the sewer. I must have...
Gather your party before venturing.
There's a sewer exit or entrance right there. I clicked on it. So there's a door there, and I believe there's one over here somewhere. But we're just going to go into the main one here. The one that was open for us. Rogue says, "You there, what are you doing in this place? You better get out of here unless of course you know the password." I'm going to say, yeah, I know the password. Well, if you know the password, then spill it. Again, it's Fafird. That's right, pal. Y'all can go in now. Excellent. So we're going to head in here. That's the door into the guild, but I think we can possibly loot a couple things in this area first. Nothing's locked. Interesting. Alright. That's because there's probably nothing of value in here. Yep. It would appear that this is... Oh, there's some money. I'm going to take some money. Why not? Oops. So we're going to go into the guild itself. It's actually rather a large place. And there are a couple of things in here that we should get. I think we can loot most of the chests in here without a problem. Obviously the Thieves Guild probably aren't going to summon the guards on us. But we should watch out for traps nonetheless. My bad. Let's try that again, but, you know, after disarming the trap this time. Quick save. I just don't want to make any enemies of the guild before I've even started their quest line. Gnarlin Walk says, "Here, now I know of you. New sneaksman you be, though I cannot see no need. Alatos need but look at home to find a dab at thievery. Mayhaps we'll be wasting your talent, for you rank riders bungle up the score. You up to me task?" What? I'll pass any test you set and then some. You'll not discredit me with your games. We'll spy your talents soon enough. You but need to keep an eye on this first night. I and Red Edge will command the taking. The mark be a noble house. Aside the splurging sturgeon, gold to split thrice amongst, followed soon by a new mark, if you please, up to a deed. A better way to drop the night, I'll not think in this life, me fellows. Where do we link afore the deed? Why are people talking like this? There's the larcenous fire burning. We meet at dusk astride the sturgeon, and bring only yourself and darks. Your group will not but get the watch nervous. Mind-boggling. Okay. Well, let's continue our stealing of everything the Thieves Guild has. There's a man named Hassam there. We'll talk to him shortly. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, there's a couple things over here. So, any traps? Yes. We get a little bit of experience for lockpicking and trap picking. I'm going to detect traps here first. It seems like most things in this place are trapped. I'm going to try and detect traps one more time. Just, yeah, that's what I figured. Plain leather armor. That's not particularly great and not really worth our master thieving skills, but oh well. Nothing, it seems, on that one. But there's also nothing inside of it, so didn't really get us any money. We'll detect traps really quickly. Nothing. A tome. That's a very important thing to leave in a barrel unguarded, but oh well. Let's see what it gives us. Do I have any identify spells? Yes. It is a manual of quickness of action. This is going to raise our dexterity by 1 point. I cannot deny that I'm pretty happy to see that. I wonder if we'll get an AC bonus from it. Let's take a quick look. So our armor class is -4, and when we use it, it is now -4. So it didn't really give us a boost, but now we're at 19 dexterity. We're pretty quick. Rogue. Okay, let's go talk to the main dude here. So there's Alatos Ravenscar Thwoibold, and there's also Ressar.
Welcome, my little friends. Please relax and keep your weapons at your sides.
He then adds, no need for hostility. I simply must apologize for the manner of my thieves. I suppose the Thieves Guild must keep a measure of malice about it, but it does tend to put a cloud over introductions. I am Alatos Thwoibold, though I think you not mention that too often. You are Eltamar, of course. Be not surprised, there are very few people in Baldur's Gate I cannot name. You have only been here for a few days. I've been here for like an hour, maybe. And you've already made quite a stir. I'm not exactly sure how I've done that, but that's okay. Your interest in me is flattering, though I question your intent. Oh, I don't intend to flatter, merely to assure you that you have been watched since you entered the city. As for my intent, I do have a proposition for your group to consider. A small task, really, best suited to someone unknown here. What is it? What exactly is it you wish to have me do, and what would be my reward for this service? How well can you afford to pay? It is quite a bit of intrigue, actually. A local wizard by the name of Chandalar makes his home in a moored Halruan skyship. It would appear that he has the knowledge to reproduce these flying marvels and is currently organizing the sale of the recipe to Grand Duchess Leah Janath. He has drawn up several set of rituals and procured an artifact fragment and an ancient statuette vital to the spell that keeps the ships aloft. These he has divided amongst his daughters until the deed is to proceed. I have been contacted by a representative of the Halruans, and they have no wish to see scores of flying ships manufactured in every port. You are to infiltrate the place of exchange, steal the ingredients, and return here with them. Simple enough. You would be well paid, enough gold to give you a backache, and if I'm well pleased, mayhaps a magical weapon or two. Perhaps a little more, perhaps a little less. It entirely depends upon your performance. Seems a fairly straightforward bit of burglary, and well within my ability. I accept this challenge and hope it increases my standing within the guild. As it should be. Now that you have agreed, the facilities of the guild are at your disposal. Feel free to make use of them, and make your presence known to the other members. You have my permission, so they will be less likely to kill you on sight. As for your mission, you have a 10-day to complete it. Informants have told me that the Duchess intends to take possession of the components that 10th day, and the exchange will be hosted by Oberon at his estate. As I see it, you have several options. Directly persuade any of the involved parties to hand over the items, or burgle them out from under their noses. Good luck. We're not going to start that quest right away. Again, we only have 10 days to do it, so we won't be sleeping a whole lot.
It's true, I swear. Speak.
Alright. Let's leave this place. We have the tome that we wanted. And we have a quest to do. We have 10 days to do it, so we have some time. Next up, there's a tavern here on the edge. Sorry, this actually isn't a way into the Thieves Guild over here. This is a tavern. It has nothing of note inside of it, so we're not going to bother going in. There's just a place you can sleep and an innkeeper, some patrons. None of them give you quests, and none of them are named NPCs. There is a barrel with a cursed scroll up here. I'm not going to go grab it, but if you really want a cursed scroll, feel free. Also, I left my main character behind. I should probably bring him out as well. There is a store we will be going into. It's actually right here, this glass dome. It's called the Sorceress Sundries. There's a lot of nice items in here that we are going to procure. So Halbazar Drin says, "And who might you be then? Come to check out the wares of old Habazar? Well, be quick about it, and mind you don't get fidgety when we talk payment. You knew when you came in the door that my wares are magical. Premium items demand a premium price." He's not wrong. We want some... We're going to buy all of the arrows of dispelling, which is going to... Well, maybe not all of them. We're going to grab 20 of them. That's 10,000 gold. And I want arrows of piercing too. Maybe we'll wait out a little bit on the arrows. In the meantime, we're going to sell some of this junk that we picked up. I'm giving those to the wrong person. Let's see what we have for items to sell. I also want to see if he has some scrolls. There are a few spells that I want to pick up in here. Felrain's Plate +1 is not shabby, but we have better plate. Also, we'll go pick up our Anke plate armor eventually. Oh man. We're just going to pay to identify some of this stuff, I guess, because we're out of spells already. Not the arrows. So Elbruin +1 looks like a +1 bastard sword, but I'm sure it has something else to do with it. Let's take a quick peek here. We can detect invisibility once per day and protection from poison while wielded. And it does +3 damage. That's actually fairly impressive for a bastard sword. That being said, we have no one that can use it. I'm going to give all of the sellable stuff to our main character for him to sell. Which wand is this? Wand of Fear, we're going to sell that. Wand of Fire we'll keep around just because it's useful a little bit later in the game. The Dale's Protector we're going to keep. We're going to give them to Monteron at a specific fight in the game that we'll do later. And what else do we have? That's pretty much it looks like. We'll quickly ID the rest of these items. Most of them will end up keeping, well, some of them will end up keeping. The girdle we'll keep for sure. And the wand we'll keep. The wand is a wand of fireball again. I keep exiting out, sorry. So we're going to sell the plate armor. We're going to sell Alberuin. We're going to sell the chain armor. We're going to sell both of the bracers of armor because we don't need them. And that gives us 12,000 gold. This is a +3 slashing attack girdle, which is pretty good. This is a girdle of bluntness, sorry. What I really want though, at least I think it's a girdle of bluntness. Maybe I should check on that.
Go on then.
I think it is. Yes, versus crushing attacks. We'll keep that on us for now. There is a girdle of piercing that Zar has. Or no, that's the girdle of cold resistance, sorry. I thought we had a girdle of piercing somewhere. Maybe we do not. That's unfortunate. We could definitely use one. Let's see what this guy has for spells. I want some monster summoning spells. I'm going to grab 2, maybe. Can both Edwin and Zar learn them? Yes. So I'm going to grab 2 of those. I'm going to grab... Ooh, Malsmith Meteors. I actually like that spell a lot as well, so we're going to grab that. Let's see what other spells there are to take in here. Nothing I particularly want. I do want another wand of monster summoning. And that'll be it for now, I guess. Maybe I should buy my arrows. No, I'll wait on it. We will be stacking up on arrows of piercing and arrows... Where'd my other monster summoning wand there? There it is. Okay, arrows of piercing and arrows of dispelling later on in the game. For now, it's not really worth our time. I want to sell the wand of fear. I didn't realize I had it. We'll keep the wand of monster summoning on Edwin for now. And we'll give these arrows to Montaron. Oops. Yeah, let's get rid of the arrows. I don't want him wasting his magical arrows, actually, for now. He will be using some of them later on in the game, though. So we're going to sell that fear wand, and then we're going to head out. I don't think there's anything else we really want in here yet. So let's continue on with Baldur's Gate. The next thing up is going to be a small tavern, which I believe is over this. And by small tavern, I mean fairly large tavern. Is the Elfsong Tavern just to the right here. I'm not quite as familiar with Baldur's Gate as I used to be. There is a lot of stuff to do. I know there's a couple of quests in this area, so. Katerna says, ye be fighters and mages and monster killers all be. We may not all be fighters and we may not all be mages, but each of us has a monster's death throes to our name. Why do you ask? The roads be lined with bandits of every ilk and description, but the most fearsome be the monstrous hobgoblins. That is not true. Do us all a favor and claim a blade in their gut, and place a blade in their gut. Not true at all. There are way worse things on the road. Let's take a quick peek of here is in the inn here. So the bartender will offer us rooms like normal. I don't think there's anything to steal in the kitchen. No, there's a cook. Apparently some guy is not happy with his wife. I thought there was a quest in here. I could be wrong. It would appear that I might be wrong. Alright, well then. Maybe he's upstairs. It's been a little while. Let's go upstairs and see what there is to see. Oh yes, there is one thing we want to do in here. I remember now. We're gonna go find the person in question. He is in one of the rooms, I am sure. I'm gonna... Actually, there he is right there. I wonder if I can get that chest. Maybe I'll kill him first and then get the chest. We are going to kill him, by the way. Just as a heads up. Alright. So we're gonna surround him. That's the best way to start any fight against potential clerics and wizards. Sirdemac says... Can I help you, friend? If not, please do not hesitate to get out of my face. You are interrupting my fun. I'm sorry to disturb you, friend. I'll just be on my way. We're gonna kill him. Right now. So he is now dead. The reason we killed him is there will be a quest to kill him shortly. Isn't there? Yes. Yes, there is. He's actually blackmailing someone in the city, so we killed him for that particular reason. And now there is someone here we have to talk to. So Alith says, good eve to you. I am Alith, the owner and proprietor. I trust the Elfsong will fit your needs, whatever they should be. I should be wary of the clientele if I were you. Everyone is quite on edge as of late. I'm going to say... I have nothing to fear from this rabble. They will find themselves on my edge for any threat posed. Your confidence is impressive, though it'll prove a poor shield against the blows sure to come. If you insist on continuing with that attitude, my tavern is as much a place for self-reflection as it is for shady deals and the hiring of killers. You will find that most of the regulars are not to be taken lightly. Watch your back against the stares of strangers. We already took care of the primary person we wanted to meet in here. There's nothing really we should steal in this place, so we are going to leave. There's some gold in the chest, but I believe the guards will be summoned if you take them. The reason we killed Sirdemac is because he is blackmailing someone in the northern portion of the city. We'll collect a bounty for that a little bit later. Or maybe I need him alive to get the bounty. I'm going to save really quickly. Where's our last quick save at? Looks like it's a while ago. Maybe not. Okay, let's reload our quick save. I'm not actually going to kill him right away.
I'm on it.
And we're going to skip Elaith because we just talked to her.
I'm on it.
I'm going to leave Sirdamak alive because I think in order to do the quest you have to leave him alive for now. There's another tavern in the area. There's nothing in it. It's just up to the north over here. There's a tavern just over. Oh, I can show it to you guys really quickly. I have a really fast character. We're also going to stop into a couple more shops and kill a necromancer in a couple of seconds here. So we're going to run up here. There's a tavern right here. It doesn't have anyone of interest inside, but if you want to, you can go in and pick up anything you desire. In addition, over here, there's another shop. It's called the Shop of Silence. I don't think there's anything in that building. No. The Shop of Silence. I can't remember. There's the door right there. I think it sells magical items. Again, like the other store. But I'm not 100% sure on that.
Be ye friend or
Night
be
children
ye
wayward, are you? Well, you're welcome here so long as you keep your manners about you. There is a cost for each head kept safe, but I do not feel like charging today. Please rest a while, no worries. Oh, it's just, yeah, a normal store. We can buy a cloak of protection from +1, but we will be finding a lot of those later on in the game. We're actually at the 36-minute mark. I'm going to end the video here. We're not quite done with this quadrant of the city, so we'll continue on with it next time. If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping in.